Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, where geeks come to geek out. It's December 1st, and I fucking hate snow. The only good thing about it, it can justify my hermit lifestyle. So that's just like the rest of you who are all here. Instead of being out doing other things, you're here on a Thursday evening watching another episode of City of Mist, which I just now realized I don't have my shit together, even though I've been sitting at this computer for 50 minutes getting ready to play this damn game.
Nice.
And not because I was late this time.
No, it's because Lucas was late and then said he wasn't coming.
He doesn't feel good.
Well, he's sick, okay? So give him a break. He's a sick boy.
Comment below with
what you think I'm not going to give him shit because he's sick? No, that's not how this works.
Nah, he's freaking sick, bro.
We're playing City of Mist. If you don't know what City of Mist is, let me fill you in. City of Mist is a TTRPG based on graphic novels, gothic noir, really what any type of cyberpunky, dark edgelord situational ships that you want to get in, based off the Powered by the Apocalypse system, which is a 2d6 base system based off probabilities and the effect of how your actions react into the rest of the world around you. If that doesn't make any sense, it didn't make any sense to me either, because I just said a bunch of words off the top of my head, and I hope they were cohesive together. Anyways, if you'd like to watch the rest of our show, you can get caught up by anywhere you get your podcasts, Google Play, Apple Music, Spotify, or any of those weird third-party miscellaneous ones. We upload there. Who listens there? I don't know. But if you prefer the video format, such as this, and you can't catch it after 2 weeks on Twitch, check us out on YouTube, 4 Geeks by Geeks, not whatever that other one that has better SEO than us.
Geeks for Geeks.
Yeah, that one. Fuck
Why
y'all.
are you shouting them out? They don't need help. They don't.
I'm not shouting them out. I'm calling them whores for having better SEO than us.
And honestly, they're nerds for nerds. They're like tech stuff.
Exactly. That's not what we bring to the table.
I saw a really great meme, and it was this guy. He came up and he's like, "What up, nerd?" He's like, "Actually, I'm more of a geek." He's like, "What's the difference?" He's like, "Well, nerds are more like analytical, technologically, and numerically based, while geeks are people that like really lean into their hobbies or something." And he's like, what do you call the people that give a crap about the difference? I'm like, I think dork is the preferred nomenclature.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty accurate.
I was like, wow, we didn't screw up our name from day one. That's nice.
But anyways, I'm T. I'm the master of ceremonies of this
circus. And I'm Boser. I'm playing Cornelius Everdelius III, but his friends call him Dale. And a fun fact about Cornelius is at the Foundry years ago, he used to have a cat. It wasn't really his cat. It was more like the Foundry's cat, just like the Foundry collects strays. Kid strays, people strays, and also cat strays. So having a cat around wasn't unnatural. There was cats all over. But this one cat in particular, he was orange and he had little white kind of stripies on him. He grew a liking to Dell and he would follow him around. And then the week after Darius disappeared, the cat also disappeared. So he had no emotional support animal, and every time he sees a cat throughout the street, he kind of checks out to see if it's his cat.
What was this cat's name?
He named him Garfield.
To clarify, did you come up with this cat fact the moment I picked up Remus and put him on camera?
No, actually, I found a website. I was like, character facts, and then it had a whole list of things you could maybe special about your character. And I was like, oh, maybe he had a cat.
I was wondering how long it would take for somebody to start Googling things like that.
Been doing it for weeks. What are you talking about?
You got me there. Alrighty, and who else we got with us?
Nobody.
That's it. Just me. Jeff, since you were sitting there the entire time, don't say a word. See how long it takes for anybody to notice.
And as we close out, and I'm Jeff Sitz.
Oh shit! But I am Jeff Sitz. I am playing Andresj, or the broker, a dual personalitied player amongst the city of Pandora. And my character fact for this week is that Andresj's favorite author is Isaac Asimov. Probably not a huge surprise for a lot of people.
Never heard of him.
Isaac Asimov? He's like the father of modern sci-fi. He's the guy who like iRobot is loosely based off of one of his books. Asimov's Laws of Robotics. Nothing. Okay.
Foundation, iRobot, The Last Question, The Fun They Had, The End of Eternity. Boser, in our defense for not knowing, these are all books published in the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Well,
okay.
No.
Have you not realized that I'm dumb yet? Is this news?
I also was not sure who this was, Jeff Sitz.
They're published from like 1950 into 1993.
All of the popular ones that I just saw that popped up under his name were his late 30s to early 50s.
I don't think you're looking at the right stuff. But anyway, because I don't think Asimov was even born in he was born in 1920. So I don't think he was
written books and published them by 10.
Sorry, the earliest one was 41. My bad.
But so he is. Anyway, Andresj's favorite author is Isaac Asimov, and probably favorite book that they just read over and over and over again would most likely be Nemesis.
What's it about?
It's. I'm not fully, like, I haven't read all of Asimov's books, and so I was just looking through a bunch of them and getting the summaries. This one is about humanity settling the solar system and being able to move across different space stations and stuff like that. And it's a story about like a father and a daughter, I believe. Or no, a mother and a daughter. Mother is a scientist, daughter is super interested in her mother's work or something like that. And they're trying to, I think, not colonize, but like make a planet livable.
Genocide.
No, the opposite.
Gentrify. Terraform.
Thank you. I think it's closer to like terraforming, but
So we're basically living out that story right now.
hold on, I've got
The moon
the
and
summary
Mars.
right here. But drawn to the planet eventually helps Rhoda realize that the massive prokaryotic biomatter occupying the planet is not simple life, but rather constitutes a single planet-wide conscious life form. And so, yeah, lots of sci-fi stuff.
You know, that nerd shit.
Nerd.
But I don't think it's one of those things where like they would constantly keep that book on their desk as like a reminder of some great time in their life. I think it was just like as a kid, that was what they just kept reading.
I respect it. I think you broke Boser there a little bit.
Nope. I have nothing to say. I'm ready to move on. Like, cool.
Well, last week here on City of Mist, we had more or less a 5-footer episode. It was more set up for this next little mini arc that we're going into. We found out that Johnny X is not just a drug-fueled rock star. That's actually a persona he puts on during the day before he goes out at night with the rest of his band to be a vigilante in the city of Pandora. Andresj bullied the shit out of him for it.
Well, yeah, because Johnny X's alter ego is way cooler than who he actually is.
And then on the contrary, Cooper went to stop a science experiment that got him turned into a zombie. And then Dell,
He's not here. What should we do with him?
we'll just leave him in the med bay.
Nah, I'm gonna weekend at Bernie's this shit.
We can do a weekend at Bernie's episode. I'm down for it.
He's not here. I'm gonna mess with his body. We're gonna detach his arms and hide him.
Nice.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
And Dell had a little bit of fighting and then sat in the med bay along with...
Dell didn't do anything last episode.
I mean, he got away from my fight. He tried saving Andresj multiple times.
Yeah, otherwise he just was at the inn shouting at
Whoever would listen.
NPCs, which was nobody.
We found out the med bay officer is in a relationship with Harry.
Fiancés.
Oh, yeah.
What was her name?
Mindy.
Holy fuck, we have a lot of NPCs going on. Yep. Mindy Hume Underling, who is going to be spending the foreseeable future that Lucas is not here playing with us, experimenting on his body.
Why does she already take Harry's last name when they're not married?
So I remember that they're engaged.
This is just a fuck off to any gentleman callers. I'm already taken.
Are you invested with somebody? Bitch, I've already legally changed my last name. Fuck around and find out.
Without a marriage certificate.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I don't think things through. I just do them.
I had that thought when I was watching back the episode on Thursday. I was like, huh. Nobody said anything about it.
What is that? I'm very excited. You guys can't... I haven't uploaded a recent version of my web. But I'm pretty sure this is going to turn into, like, if you zoomed out of the Milky Way, that's what this little web of intricacy is. I don't know how I'm going to tattoo this on myself, but I'll figure it out. Anyways, we left off last week with the two of you getting in touch with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we'll pick up.
And said, let's meet at the base in an hour. I will bring Spencer. And action.
Are you bringing Cooper?
Alright, so Mandy, listen. Is AC like good to go? Can I like wrap him up? I gotta take him. I need a doggy bag for this.
I've got a lot of things to figure out.
Yeah, I'm sure, and there's plenty of time for that because, you know, he's not going to die. He's not going nowhere.
Or he could be contagious.
But we've got some real world issues. I know
Yeah, this is a pretty big issue that he's dealing with too.
For him, though, just him, and we're kind of thinking beyond ourselves.
Do you know what the word contagious means?
Yes, I do.
Do you want a zombification of Pandora and everywhere outside of Pandora? Because I don't know if this can break through the wall or not.
Listen, I feel fine. Am I turning green?
Do you?
Is my
Well, he's not green
falling
either,
off?
so I'm not sure what your point is there.
And then I'm like, wait. Oh God, it's starting! It's starting! My arm!
Convince.
Oh, I'm not really trying to convince. I've been missing an arm since I walked in. Listen, I'm fine.
You're not taking him. He's staying here.
Cooper, what you think?
He's asleep on the table. What a coincidence.
That was fast.
Man, zombification, man. You just kind of fall asleep sometimes. It's so weird.
Oh, so he's also narcoleptic. Canon. What else? What else can we do with him while he's gone?
Well, I'm going to try swapping out some body parts for him, see if they're like Jenga pieces where you can just pop one out, pop a new one in. We're going to turn him into a zombie bionicle.
I
was thinking more like a zombie Mr. Potato Head, but okay.
And I grab Mindy and just kind of pull her aside. Hey,
you
listen.
can collect some pieces for me. I'd like slide you some cash under the table.
God damn, this is so...
Really? Is this like a side quest? Like an ongoing side quest?
Yeah, but like you can't say anything because that's like medically very fucked up.
Okay. Just any kind of part?
Yeah.
Do I have to like keep it on ice? And
I don't think so because his body's already cold, so I don't think he really needs. And I don't know. That's give me some fresh, some on ice, and then some we'll just kind of like let rot out, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens.
we'll see. Okay. But if you're making modifications, could I just make one suggestion?
Yeah, what you got?
His downstairs leans
Get the
heavily
fuck out.
to the left. Like,
Get out. Get out. And she starts pushing you out the med bay.
The morality of this entire conversation is not even in the gutter. It's like 50 stories below ground in the secret bunker below the White House.
See, the best part is we know Lucas isn't going to listen to this episode, so he's going to have no idea what we're doing.
Chat, could you just, on occasion, comment about his L-shaped wiener and see how long it takes for him to notice? Alright, will you take good care of him, alright?
She shuts the door on your face.
I'm coming back for him! I just put my hand up to the door. I'll never forget you, Spencer. And I'm going to pull out my pocket watch. And I'm going to spin it to the home setting. Alright, let's see how this works. And I'm going to click one of the little side buttons. And
a gray portal opens up.
Gray portal? Huh. It's pretty cool. Hey, you see that? Hey, Tim. You see that? I got a pocket watch. What you got? What's he got?
He just walks by.
Yeah, but it's not as cool as a pocket watch.
You hear a mumble. Who the fuck is that guy?
Cornelius Everdeus III. And you can call me Cornelius. I go through the portal, go home.
Where'd you just come from?
Hello?
I got your project. It's Edgar.
Oh God. Well, I would have zipped to the base, not the front door.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And it's all locked. He wouldn't be able to get down here.
Okay.
But I do hear some like creaking of floorboards above me.
Yep.
I'm like, who the fuck? I switch my Armageddon to Assassin Blade mode. And I just kind of creep up the stairs.
I'm gonna kill this kid.
Roll sneak around.
Unlock a bunch of... Okay. Okay. Are you snooping around?
Yep.
And feline agile tendencies.
What?
Oh, we can't just make shit up?
No.
I thought you said at the start of the episode we just make shit up.
Nope.
No.
Good try.
It's a 3 + 1, so that's a 4. Oh wait, I only rolled 1 die. +5. So it's a 9. Forgot how this game works. It's been a whole week.
Yes.
As you begin to ascend the stairs, you forget that one of your steps does the unforgivable creak no matter where you step on it. So as you step on that stair, you go, as you can continue to make your way up the stairs, unbolting everything. And as you swing open the door, there's just a single desk light shining over onto the workbench as you see Edgar just fiddling away at one of the projects you had left for him.
And I put my blade away quickly. Edgar, holy shit! I mean, holy shit. What? How'd you get in here? I thought I locked that front door.
You did.
Are you breaking and entering in my shop, Edgar?
I didn't break anything, technically.
So how'd you get in?
I picked it. But I didn't break anything. The lock still works.
You picked that lock?
Yeah, how else do you think I got in?
With what? Show me.
And he just pulls out a pick set.
I didn't give you that. Where'd you get that?
That, don't ask, don't tell.
You know what, Edgar? I kind of like you more and more every time we meet. What you got for me?
Well, you had kind of a backlog of stuff here, so I just kind of started chipping away. The lawnmower's fixed. The weed eater's fixed. Whatever that weird vibrating toy is fixed. I don't know why somebody would drop that off to you. That's kind of inappropriate, but that's to each their own, I guess.
Please go to the restroom, wash your hands, and I'll get you some payment once you come back.
Okay, I guess. And he walks off to the bathroom.
And I grab this big black dick and put it in a drawer. It's like I slam the drawer. Where's the? It just goes through all 10 settings before it gets to the.
Edgar opens the door back up. You're out of soap.
Underneath the sink.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. Oh, God. And so I go to the cash register, and he fixed what? 3 things you said?
Yeah.
I pull out $100.
Okay. So he walks back out of the room and starts looking around for other things to fix.
Edgar, you do pretty good work in quick time.
Thanks.
You know what? Here is what you're owed and a little extra. Cash money.
His eyes just widen as big as physically possible. Are you for real?
You did the work. You went above and beyond. Granted, you broke into my store, but
I didn't break.
as long as you don't break my
they
trust,
can get me for trespassing.
I'm the kind of guy that will trust you as long as you give me a reason to. So as long as you don't give me a reason not to trust you, I'm happy with this arrangement.
Thanks. Homie.
Just one thing. You see that door I just came through?
Yeah, the basement door.
Do not try to pick that lock.
You know you can't tell a 14-year-old kid not to go somewhere because that's just going to drive them to go do the thing you don't want them to do, right?
You know what?
You're not a parent, are you?
I am not.
Yeah, 101. Telling me like not do something is just like 101 for like, oh, hey, now the only thing I want to do in life is want to know what's down behind that door.
Okay, let's do this. I go to the door. I open it. You want to see?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And he proceeds down the stairs.
And flip that switch on your left.
Oh, okay. Flips the switch.
And all the lights turn on. And I follow him down. I leave the door open. I'm not trying to like lock this kid in. This is my workshop. And there's nothing I'm trying to hide down here. It's just kind of my own personal space. As well as upstairs, that's my own personal space.
Oh, okay.
Just
I'm
like,
less interested now. He starts making his way back up the stairs.
aha! That's how you do it, kids. Oh my god, I'm getting all these calls now. Stop. I filled out a form about trying to see that I could save money on window replacements. And now I'm getting calls immediately and texts and emails. Hey, I can quote your windows. Oh god. Anyway. I follow him back up the stairs. So, is there anything in the drop box up front?
Let me go check. And he looks through. It's like, no, it's empty.
All right, I'll tell you what. When you get bored, over the next few days, I may not be able to spend so much time here at the shop. If you see anybody leave anything, feel free to grab it.
Got
Just,
it.
there is a... come back here. Come back behind the desk.
Yeah, do you want to provide me a key, or do you want me to just like keep picking the lock every time I want to come in?
Challenge accepted. Keep picking that lock. Don't get caught.
All
If you get caught picking that lock, you get arrested. That's on you.
That's fair.
I pull out a drawer and there's some forms. I slap them on the table. All right, see these forms? From now on, when you grab something to fix, I need you to just write down what it was, what was wrong with it, and then you sign your name down here.
Okay.
And then, when it's complete, just leave that form on the desk, and that way I can better keep track in case. Because if somebody leaves something out the front, I don't know what it was there, and then I don't want you to just keep bringing me random shit. Not that I think you would, but certain protocols we got to follow here at Dale's. Or my
that
name
makes
ain't
sense.
Cornelius Averdelius III. What else do you do when you're not fixing my problems?
I don't know. Walk around town, try to find food.
Try to find food?
Yeah.
You, is that something you don't got a lot of at home?
I mean, I don't have a home.
What you talking about? You called your mom the other day.
Yeah, I totally did that.
Edgar, where do you sleep at night?
He just begins to back away towards the door.
Because I know a place.
Not going to a youth shelter.
It's not a youth shelter. Youth shelter got a lot more rules than the place I grew up.
What are you talking about?
Are you from around here? Around these neighborhoods?
No, I'm from the south side of Pandora.
Oh. Like... You familiar with the... Dang. Who lives down there? I know mammoths and ruby skeletons, but who's more south?
Mammoths, ruby skeletons, and then beyond pillars.
Like... Southeast? Southwest? Or...
Southwest. Johnny X looked after me for a little while, but he got busy.
Oh, you know Johnny. I just met... Well... Oh yeah, I did actually just meet Johnny today. Earlier.
That explains your singed clothes and bullet holes.
Yeah, I got patched up a little bit. It's been a rough
a
day.
little hard sometimes.
But I'm from around here, and just a few blocks. Oh God, more calls. Now I don't want you. You're trying too hard, window people. If you go a little further north, just a couple blocks over, and turn right, you'll see a big old factory. Looks kind of scary on the outside, I know. But there's some good people there. Just give the door a couple knocks. Tell Henry that Dale sent you. And ask for Papa Bo.
Okay, I'll think about it.
If you're interested. And I just kind of lean on the table. Because I know what it's like not to have a place to lay your head and be scrounging around for food. And I'm not saying you won't still do that, but at least there's a lot of boys your age, kids your age, doing the same thing, and you can watch out for each other.
Thanks, Del.
Thank you, Edgar.
And he's gonna step out the door and grab a hoverboard and then go out of sight.
Grab a hoverboard?
Yeah.
Is that just a thing they have now here in Pandora?
He does.
Dope.
Andresj, what are you doing?
So, Johnny, should we get in touch with you, or will you get in touch with us?
Have we not exchanged numbers?
No, but I can give you the number of our little group so that you can actually get in contact with the people or with the...
He starts looking around for a sheet of paper, unable to find anything, so just pulls out a pen and starts writing on his hand. What is it?
Yeah, I give him the number for Dell's shop.
Is that Dell's?
Yeah, do you know him?
I love that guy.
He's one of the people I work with.
He fixes my grandma's shit all the time when I can't.
We're good at fixing things. So,
I'll be in touch.
Perfect. And Andresj will make their way out of Johnny's
Hey,
bat
don't tell
cave.
anybody about this place.
Of course not. Rolling their eyes as they go up the stairs. And I'll just make my way over to the workshop.
Okay. So you got to cross all of Pandora to get there. How are you doing that?
The elves.
The LLL?
The L's loop, or the L's train.
Okay. Yep. So you get on the train. The south side of the train is a little rambunctious as a lot of people are trying to get away from the riot going on in between the mammoths and the ruby skeletons. But you managed to find your seat and managed to, in quick time, make your way towards the north side of Pandora. You going in the secret entrance or you going in the front entrance?
I'll go in the secret entrance.
Okay.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I'll try and like sneak my way to the back entrance and everything, you know, keeping unseen through the alleyways.
Go ahead and give us that sneak around.
But then, actually getting in, I'm not gonna try and sneak past Dell or anything. I don't mind Dell knowing I'm arriving. I'll use looking over my shoulder and hide my true self.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah, that is a total of... Oh, I don't know what that second one was, so I'll just use what it is now. Total of 9 plus 2 for 11, but I think I've got some...
I think you still have some damages.
Yeah, so, the bloodied.
3.
Yep, I'm at...
Did I get
right
healed when in the med bay?
Oh, in the med bay, yeah, you would have been.
Okay.
So 11 minus 3 for 8.
So, yeah, with an 8, you notice some suspicious eyes making their way, or looking at you, because obviously you were in the battle not some 1 hour ago. But you do manage to keep away enough vision as you duck around corners, hide behind the cameras, and slip your way into the back alleyway behind Dell's.
Nice. So yeah, open up the door as I hear the little ding-ling going on upstairs.
Yep, as our Rube Goldberg of strings and bells starts going all over.
And I'll just start, I'll get in, close the door behind me, and start making a cup of tea.
And you hear, there's like some pipes in the corner, and you hear the water rushing through. Because I'm taking a shower. I don't know that you would figure out what that is, but it's an old building, so all the pipes go right through.
So you hear everything.
I hear a noise in the wall, and I blast it.
No takebacks.
No,
Roll
I'll
hit
make
with all you've got.
I'll make myself
Bells is on
a cup
fire.
of tea. I'll make a cup of tea, and I'll just sit and wait patiently, thinking over the events of the day and trying to figure out what the next move will be.
What is our next move?
Well, overall, we need to still figure out... Big picture, we need to figure out this situation with the genie. But the only reason we need to figure out that is because of Pierce Snyder.
I say we take them both out, just quick and simple, and then Pandora is ours.
I wouldn't mind that, if we can figure out a way to hit both at the same time.
Same time, separately, we can cause as much mayhem as we want.
No, mayhem means eyes on us, and eyes on us means less freedom.
Well, yeah. Oh, such poise with you.
It's a balancing act.
There is a level of intricacy that in your mind that I find fascinating.
Structure. Without the structure, there's just chaos. And with that chaos...
That's where I thrive.
You hear through the pipes.
What do you think about this one? Is he useful or something that's going to hinder our goals and aspirations?
Dell?
Yes.
He's unassuming, but I would say that he's far more useful than what he initially seems to be.
But he's also one of them.
We've been over
Cannot
this.
be trusted.
He's not one of them. He uses them the same way that I used Odin.
Has he told you that, or are you just assuming?
There is no assumption.
We'll see as he fades away into moat.
And then you hear the door open at the top. Andresj?
As Andresj is sitting there, the couch that Andresj is sitting on, the old black leather couch,
It's brown.
Oh, brown leather couch. I'm sorry. The old brown leather couch, as I'm sitting on it, like, without really thinking about it, the moat manipulation has been affecting the couch, so it kind of is... It's coming up and globulating like a lava lamp, like bits and pieces of it, up to like a foot above the couch and then dropping back down, so it's just like this weird melting ooze. So you come downstairs and you just see that as Andresj is sitting on the couch, just like stirring the tea with their finger.
I like it.
And my hair is still kind of wet, and I'm just kind of running my fingers through it, and my shirt's undone, and my vest is open, and I'm still a little glistening.
I usually skip this part.
Andresj, I didn't think you'd get here so fast. I grab the clicker by the thing and plop down in a lazy boy next to the couch, give it a click as the spider bar cart walks all over to me. I don't know about you, but after all that, I need a stiff one.
This'll do fine for now.
Make it a hot toddy.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Alright, suit your sail. How'd you get out of there anyway?
Me as a player am trying to remember. You know, I've got the tricks up my sleeves, especially with these new powers. And then had Johnny helping me as well.
Yeah, and like, no offense, I don't know what these new powers can do, but you kind of smell like ass.
We ended up going down into the sewers a bit.
That tracks. Do you want to take a shower?
Possibly. Well, first off, we've got Johnny on our side. Well, he's willing to work with us.
And you said he's basically like some sort of vigilante superhero kind of guy.
Yeah, his Johnny X persona is just that, a persona. And
You're for real? Because I was like nose to nose with that guy, and I was pretty sure I could see the cocaine on his gums.
Apparently it's an act. He's
one hell of an actor.
Yeah. I mean, he puts this act up to try and influence the city more. And apparently he's just trying to make Pandora a better place.
So he's just one of the good ones?
Seems like it.
Alright.
Sorry, just realized it's a little retro now, but
It is!
merch.
I was wearing that shirt yesterday, actually.
For Eeks, E-Geeks. It's Spanish. Thank you, Ashley, for making me this cup years ago. This was a Christmas gift. She printed this out.
Nice.
I love it. And it says, Bozip. You know, it's me, Bosip.
Bozip. Bosip and his amazing Technicolor bathrobe.
Oh, those are just stains.
Oh, no!
So, are we meant to... What, are we going to work together?
He's gonna get in contact with us. He said that if we are willing to help him out with some of the things that he needs done, specifically with his ongoing gang war with the mammoths.
Nope,
I told him. What's that?
Is he the
He's a
mammoths or
Ruby-
is he Ruby Skeletons?
He's Ruby Skeletons.
You're right.
I told him our speciality is gathering info and everything like that, so hopefully he'll keep that in mind as he reaches out to us moving forward. But he'll be able to, he could use our help in the fight against them, and if we help in that fight, he'll be there as an ally and help us out with, as he can, with going up against the genie.
All right, so I pop up off the chair and I go over to the whiteboard. I had a list somewhere, and I grab a dry erase marker. I'm like, all right, get jobs, cross it off. Collect allies, cross it off. And so next we just gotta move forward so we can circle, get the genie.
We may want to get in touch with Pierce Snyder as well.
Yeah, how come he hasn't? He used to blow up our phones all the time. I haven't heard from him in weeks.
Exactly. So we may want to touch base with him, just make sure that we're all on the same page.
I rock Pierce Snyder with a little arrow in between those. Now, when you say... Sorry, go ahead.
I thought you said Cooper was going to be coming with you.
Well, here's the thing about that. Funny story. You're going to laugh, actually. So, while he was working a job, I was at the hospital, and I ran into him. He just had got off that job, and he was looking a little green around the gills, so to speak. Not just around the gills, kind of all over. He was, he's green now and undead, and he's a zombie. To put it bluntly.
What?
Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy on all the details. I talked to more of the nurse, doctor person. I didn't get all the details from him because he was kind of in and out. He was falling asleep. He also might be narcoleptic. And then he's wetting himself, but it was only on the left side. It was weird.
Oh no, that was always there.
Oh, I just like eyebrows.
I notice things.
I like your shirt too.
Thanks.
Yeah, so he was not allowed to exit the building because this is new, and the doctor was concerned that maybe it's contagious and they're not quite sure what's going on. So he's kind of stuck until they can figure it out. Like, he talked to me. The doctor says technically fine. He just didn't have a pulse or need to eat or drink or sleep. So that's new.
A little concerning.
A bit.
But if he is alright, and this is just some of the mist affecting him, maybe we may be able to use this to our advantage. The mist gives all sorts of weird abilities and powers, and maybe this is just another incarnation of it.
Yeah, we didn't really have time for a whole test your powers montage, so
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Fair.
Maybe he'll get to play while he's there.
Maybe we can pick out different outfits and everything as he comes out. Like, come out in one and we'll all shake our heads no, and he'll come out in another and we'll think, and then he'll trip on the cape or something.
No capes.
But we'll have that montage later. For now,
So it's just me and you, buddy.
we need to figure out our next moves.
All right, so, and I'm pacing around the tall bar stool table with a drink in my hand. So you said Johnny X needs us to help him with the mammoths. We have to decide, and I think it's important we decide this early on before we get too mixed up in some shit, and then all of a sudden we're the bad guys. What level of crime, delinquency are we prepared and willing to do? Because I'll tell you where my line is.
Let the chaos reign over Pandora.
I want to stop the crime. I want some structure around here. I want some it's too chaotic. I love some chaos, but you got to have organized chaos, right?
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to off anybody that doesn't deserve it. I'm happy to help with the mammoths, but I don't want to get us mixed up in some gang war either.
No, I believe for Johnny at least, I feel like we should push harder on the fact that emphasis on the fact that we are information gatherers. We are private investigators more than anything. We can help solve mysteries. We can help gather information for him that can make it easier for him to go up against the mammoths, or maybe gain evidence against the mammoths that will help Johnny by getting the police on the mammoths. You know, stuff like that. I don't want to get into all-out brawls. We're not prepared for something like that.
I'm just like working a kink out of my neck. I'm not equipped for that.
I can handle myself if it comes down to exchanging blows, but not in all-out war like what we saw earlier.
That was wild.
It was something
Craziest
else.
shit I've ever seen.
So
And
we need.
And I quickly grab a remote and I turn on the TV back to the news. I'm curious. I still don't know what should say to Andresj about the inn, so I struggle with that. I trip it over. But I want to see if the news outlets are saying anything about the inn.
No, so nothing about the inn, but they are just talking about the riot still going on. It is getting a little more suppressed with this alternative authoritarian figure stepping in to assist. But the big riot has kind of died down and been resolved, but there are still smaller plots of issues dancing around the southern side of Pandora.
All right.
Wow. Big news. I haven't seen. Okay. I haven't had the chance to check any of the news outlets yet, so they're covering this very in depth.
I mean, there's a freaking war in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be covered.
Well, Pandora isn't. It wouldn't be the first time Pandora swept gang violence under the rug. It seems like Pierce Snyder is pushing more and more for this to be brought to the light.
But yeah, you can't sweep that under the rug. It's like 3 city blocks of chaos and fires and fighting. And
what's that they're saying about another faction, though?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about. Did you have a chance to... Did you see all those portals popping up?
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to go through one?
I had the chance, but I didn't take it.
And why was that?
From what I've seen, those portals are connected to a secret organization that has ways of subduing mist abilities.
Right.
And I use those mist abilities to keep myself safe.
As do I.
I don't like things that are mine being taken away from me.
So you know that's the same people that Spencer works for.
I've put that together, yeah.
All right, because I mean you've been there. You don't remember. But
no,
It will warp all sensibility to make you question it all. Don't trust it.
it must have been like a month ago or so. We all ended up there, and I saw you in a room, but they must have wiped your mind or something. They tend to do that sometimes.
That tracks. That makes sense. So, my question is then, Del, how much are you working for them?
Well, in a way, I've kind of been deputized. I got some more fun toys, and I pull out a mist grenade. They trust me with this shit for some reason. And I put it back.
Wait, you would not have that because you
Right,
tried.
'cause I
It
wasted
would have
it.
been on the ground, and you did not have the time to pick it up.
Then, what else do I got? Oh, I pull out the pocket watch. They trust me with this. This gets me place to place, but
There's our access.
I just, in a way, they're trying to do the same thing we are, just in a different kind of way, and
They're not.
they seem to have some answers far beyond what we got. So when I got the chance to peek behind the curtain, so to speak, I was not going to pass that up.
Well, speaking of answers, we've had so much going on that it's been slipping my mind. But I found some information about Cornelius Avrodelius II.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
And I popped down on a bar stool. What you got?
Well, apparently, it was hard to gather any concrete information or evidence because the mist itself.
Jeff says, when you say his name, you feel something inside of you fill with a burning rage.
Something about the mist was changing what articles and information I could find as I was trying to access them. So the information I have may not even be completely accurate. But I was able to gather some information from before the mist started affecting Pandora. And apparently there was this huge war going on. This mist started affecting everywhere. And there was this company called the Observatory. They wanted
Sons of
to
bitches.
control the mist, study it, use it. And Cornelius Avrodelius II was the head of this organization, this company.
Motes begin to swirl around you at increasing speed.
Oh, Daddy was in charge?
It seems like it.
All right.
The sins of the father will be the sins of the son.
Sounds like I'm from some strong stock. All right, I like this. Keep going.
Jeff says, roll face danger for me.
Alright,
And to clarify, this will be an internal battle if that can
Yeah.
help impact your...
It's cancer.
I don't
It's
think
spread.
I really...
It's everywhere.
I don't think I really have anything that can help with this. Like, depending on what it is, maybe anonymity, but from the sounds of it, it doesn't seem like that would be super useful.
You are trying to stop... You feel 3812 is trying to come to the surface.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think that would necessarily help. Cool. That is a total of 5. And
So-
if we're still using bloodied, total of 2.
So with that too, you feel yourself subconsciously, you feel yourself diminishing as 3 begins to grow aggressively and quickly overcomes you. Del, roll investigate for me.
Okay, this is the same questions last week. Like, I didn't say I'm checking anything out. So I
Right.
wouldn't roll
This is
investigate.
you subconsciously seeing if you can see the physical demeanor shift here. This is more or less a sixth sense that most people have. I want to see if Dell is aware of the physical change.
So you're using it like a perception check.
In this instance, yes.
Okay. That's what I asked last week, and you said, no, it's not like that. I'm like, okay. Well, then we keep rolling it like a perception check.
This
It
is more of
but
an
it isn't.
insight
Yeah.
check as compared to perception check.
Okay.
This is, you have a relationship with Andresj. I am testing how well Dell is keen on his subliminal factors.
Does that mean that Dell could get a +1 to that, since that is his
Is that what
relationship
his
with
relationship
Andresj?
is with Andresj? Yes.
And eye for detail?
Yes.
Okay. What about we are gods?
Not so fitting on this one.
Aha, narrows it down. Woo! 9 plus 2 is 11.
So
Nice.
with an 11, you know Andresj is a relatively reserved individual, but is more comfortable with you than others. But you see his body language shift just slightly. It becomes less introverted and gets more extroverted, and you see just a glint in the eye of anger. As you see Andresj cross his legs and sit back and kind of cup his hands together. Cornelius Avordelius. What is your opinion on the sins of the father being the sins of the son?
What you mean? Sins? What sins?
Your father and I have some history.
Wait, you knew him?
Oh, I knew him well.
Andresj?
As Andresj stands up and begins to walk around the base.
I'm just gonna...
I'm conflicted on what to do here because I have a reputation to uphold, but I also have an agreement with this individual. But sometimes you have to burn some bridges. As you see motes begin to dance off the floor and speeds that begin to increase rapidly.
I'm just gonna unclip the hammer from my back and just kind of keep my hand on it on the table while I'm watching for any signs of aggression.
You know so little, but yet you are simply going to be the one deemed responsible. And while I do feel for you, and I can definitely see the perspective of being not fair, somebody must pay for the sins.
Who the fuck are you?
Let me introduce myself. I am 3, as Andresj spins around and curtsies and bows to you.
3 what?
Oh, that's unimportant. All that matters is I'm here. And I'm not happy. And
Fucking why?
I will give you the opportunity to simply determine your outcome in this situation.
Do we have a situation, brother?
Oh, we do. Your father deemed it appropriate to lock me away in that insufferable hellscape. And in order to control me, nobody controls me. Where is he?
Where's who?
Your father.
That's a good question. Even if I knew, you think I'd tell you?
You do willingly, you do so unwillingly. I personally am indifferent.
Andresj! Come back to me, Andresj!
Andresj, give me a... Andresj is conscious behind the eyes in control. Give
get out.
me a... Andresj was not one to sit back idly. So would this be a go toe-to-toe fighting for control, or would Andresj hit with all he's got to try to regain control?
Probably go toe-to-toe to begin with.
Okay.
And I would like to use... probably only one or the other, but studied opponent or weaponized info, not for 3, but for how Andresj's psyche works, and me knowing how my own psyche works.
That's a good argument. I like that.
Nice. That's a great my dad can beat up your dad.
But which one do you think would work better, weaponized info or studied opponent for that one?
I would say studied opponent.
Okay. Cool. Well, then for that, I'm going to use the recklessness weakness tag. Invoke that. Because I'm going to burn studied opponent.
Ooh. Okay.
I gotta look up how burning a tag works again.
If I recall correctly, that gives you a 10 plus. I'm sorry, I believe the roll acts as a 7 plus 3, making it a 10. Let's pull up some files here. Player guide.
Burning.
Burn. If I could spell correctly. Burning tags, page 209.
Yep, I'm looking at the same thing at the same time.
We haven't done this a lot, so I want to make sure I got ducks in a row here. Alright, burning tags. During the game, the rules may tell you to burn 1 or more power tags. You voluntarily burn a tag to gain a boost for an action, which is more or less what you're working for here.
As a player, this allows you to choose to succeed in important actions at the cost of burning a tag. Within your story, burning a tag for a hit translates into, when burning a tag for a hit, you automatically gain a power of 3. Furthermore, instead of rolling, treat the move as if you rolled a total of 7.
There it is. Yep.
No other tags. Oh, so I can't even use the weakness tag for this. Because no other tag's power, weakness, story can affect the power of a move made with a tag burnt for a hit. However, statuses still apply normally and may increase or decrease the power of the action.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
it acts as a automatic 7 plus 3?
I think so. I can't invoke. We'll have to discuss that later, because I don't know if it can be invoked and just doesn't count as a -1, or if I just can't invoke it. But I'm not going to invoke it, reading it as that for right now.
Yeah.
I think since I still have the status of -3, it counts as a 7 rather than a 10.
Yep.
So it's still a partial success.
Yeah.
But that is burned at this point.
I will say, yeah, you have the ability. So 3, it can still regain control here, but Andresj is back in control in this moment.
It's temporary unavailable when one or translate the rules. I feel like there's something else that happens when I burn a tag. I don't know if attention is marked or fade crack is marked. I can't remember.
I get comfy today.
Where was that one at?
We'll look it up later. It's marked as burned, so I can figure it out from here. So yeah.
What's that look like when you regain control?
That's a good question. Oh, so the glassy orbs of eyes that 3 has had, because when 3 takes control, it's the glassy orbs like what's in the character art rather than Andresj's actual eyes. So Andresj's actual eye color comes up.
Okay.
And the entire like stature of 3 is probably walking around with like hands behind their backs, like the full like looking very, very full of themselves. And then suddenly it's like a shaking head, stumble forward, and Andresj's shoulders come up, head, neck comes forward, kind of slouched again, like, I don't know what's going on, Del, but I think I need to leave.
You got fucking possessed. We need to have an exorcism is what needs to happen.
Something like that, but I
dare him to try.
I'm worried about your own safety right now, and I've got to go.
I'm worried about you. Do you even know what's living inside you right now?
No, but now is not the time to try and figure it out. Just gonna go. And Andresj
keep my hand on my hammer.
Andresj will start walking towards the door out to the alleyway.
Okay. Where's Andresj going?
Probably stumbling through the alleyway, trying to get back to the Neon Pillars district. I don't know if I would try to use public transit at this point.
I feel like Andresj would be smart enough to not.
Yeah, so I'd probably just be like trying to walk through alleys and avoid people as much as possible until I felt like I was more in control.
They must pay!
And they will. But Del is not privy to all of this. He doesn't even know who his father was or what he did.
And why doesn't he?
I don't know.
Then it's time we find out.
Something happened to Del that removed all or most of the memories of his past. He's not the one to blame here.
What information do you have on him?
Very little. Essentially what I shared. What you heard me share before you took control. The last bit of information is that there is a farmhouse.
Blasted prison.
The edge of which overlaps with the city's limits. There's a chance we could access something there.
I do have access there.
And I would like, the idea was to try and help Del get some closure.
Oh, we'll be getting closure. As you feel 3 begin to fade.
As soon as Andresj leaves, I'm gonna stand like in front of the door for a solid minute with the hammer, just kind of replaying that, thinking, what the fuck do I do? The fuck do I do? If that happens, do I hit Andresj?
Will he be mad at me?
And I said, 3. What was he talking about? And I hook my hammer in the back, and I pull out my pocket watch, and I flip it to the inn. And I click a button. And the portal opens up to the inn. I step in. And I want to head back towards Records.
Okay. So yeah, as you step through the portal, just kind of walking into the middle of a hallway, the inn is still bustling with everything going on. You see several different individuals in cuffs. You see a Sasquatch. You see a man on fire. You see a man covered in ice. you see a massive rodent. You see a swarm of rodents. And as you make your way back towards the records hall, this part of the inn seems relatively empty at the moment. And as you open the door into the record room, it's a barren yellow room with a single old, like 80s Macintosh computer.
Ah, fuck, I hate computers. And as soon as I walked into that bustling hallway, I realized my shirt was still open, so I start like buttoning it and tucking it in. So it's like just sitting in the middle of a room.
Yep.
It's creepy. So I roll up to it and I just like hit some keys and I hit the side of it.
Yeah, the screen glows up white and kind of encompasses the room as a white screen with a single, like the flashing bar of like the cursor where typing exists.
Yeah.
Fills the screen. That's all that's on the screen.
That's helpful. I just put 3.
As you
enter.
type 3, you see the room fill with files shooting up towards the ceiling and back towards infinite depths. As you see a little cursor on the side indicating that anywhere where the number 3 is in a file is in all of these records. So there are billions of searches all with the number 3.
Oh god. That's not helpful. I'm gonna put 3 plus locked away.
Nothing comes up with 3 plus locked away.
I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna type the word
The room
3.
goes empty.
I'm gonna type BDSM. Just kidding.
Ropes fall from the ceiling.
Look behind anybody else on the door. I delete. That'll come in handy. I'm gonna get drunk first. That'll be a good time. Some Thursday night.
Door in the back opens and a succubus walks out.
Hell yeah! I'm never leaving. It's a room of requirement, buddy. I'm gonna type the word 3 rather than number 3. Just locked away. Observatory.
A big red block comes up with white letters that says restricted.
Delete. Cornelius Avergilius.
Restricted.
Cornelius Avergilius. I.
A photo of you pops up, but it's one of those photos like, where the fuck did they get this? Because it just makes you look like a fool. And you have just a blank, more or less empty file because they haven't filled out your paperwork yet for being an more or less intern at this moment. So all of the information they have on you is simply what has been determined in their few interactions with you.
Delete. Andresj. Have I ever learned your last name, Andresj? I don't think I have. You never said it.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Have I ever seen it in writing? Would I have any idea how to spell Andresj? With a secret J at the end?
I mean, this could be a good use of investigate just as a flashback kind of thing.
Yeah.
See if you've ever managed to like pick up a last name.
Yeah, like see an ID or credit card or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Can I do a flashback and hope that at some point I caught a glimpse of his entire name? At least how to spell his first name. I'm going to use snooping around and...
I gotta remember how flashbacks work.
Eye for detail.
I am going to change the game to try and get Juice to work against this, because this is Andresj's whole thing, is anonymity.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Because you wouldn't just like have your credit card and put it out
like,
and pay the bill, you know?
Andresj generally just uses cash. Like,
Yeah.
we established that Andresj doesn't even carry an ID with them. So
I don't know how I would.
well, that's why we're rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, dice gods.
We'll let the dice decide the story here. So I'm going to use anonymity. Looking over my shoulder. Probably just those two.
Go ahead.
Alright, that is a 7 plus 2 for a total of 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 10 plus 2 for a total of 12.
And so spend your juice to gain the following effects 1-to-1. I'm gonna burn. Give or reduce a status. 1 tier point. That's not a status. T, help me out here. Juice. For changing the game. Can creating a story tag affect the... Oh, I can give a status, and that'll reduce the... Okay. Also, Boser, unless you already added 3, I think being able to use the +1 for our relationship would count here as well.
I only added 2 for my tags, but...
So go ahead and add 3.
So it's a
That's
13.
1 more. So yeah. So I'm gonna say I'll add a status, which will bring it. It'll only bring it down to 12, of just like fuzziness, essentially, or obscuring my identity. And then I'm going to burn a power tag of yours.
Of mine?
Yeah, because it's one of the change of the games that you can use.
Ooh.
You can burn an ally's power tag?
Yeah. And so I'm going to say that whatever one you think makes the most sense in what would be exhausted for using this to try and find or remember this information. Either that, or I think technically this is not helping her is not technically a story tag. So
probably eye for detail then, because I'd have to really think back hard on anything that I even saw your name written on. And I think maybe at the inn, on Harry's desk or something, maybe I just caught a glimpse of your full name.
Yeah.
So I just can't use that until I get like a long rest, essentially, or like a montage.
Montage,
Yeah, you'd have to montage to get it back.
Could I also invoke? I have a weakness. Curiosity killed the cat.
Yes.
Because I'm searching in the ongoing search.
Yeah.
Which is my third attention being drawn to this
Ooh.
card.
Yep.
So talk me through what that means in a minute. So yeah, I search. I know there's J, Amitz, Andresj Amitz.
So a lot of things are happening here. And Jeff says, I do need assistance on a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
You have backlogged your way into
their files or whatever, or servers, is how I was able to find information on Everdelius the Second.
That's right. Okay, so
and that's why he was able to see
Yep.
that someone had accessed those files, but he wasn't able to see the files or something like that.
That's right, and that's why I can say here, and I don't think I'm manipulating your story here, because I think you would agree, Andresj would 100% plant a bug that said anytime his name was searched in this engine, he would be notified. So Andresj, as you are walking through the alleyway, you get a ding on your wrist computer as just a notification that you have been searched, like your bug is just notifying you have been searched, along with a line of code backlogging you to the inn server that you have previously accessed. Del, as you type enter, this spelling of this individual.
Would that story point alone invoke my weakness tag of paranoia?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I've got to keep that in mind moving forward.
I think so.
Cool.
Oh, somebody's looking for you. Give me control and I'll keep both of us safe.
You almost got us into a fight with Del, one of my few allies in the city. I think that constitutes as the opposite of safe. 3.
We just burn the world down and we build it however we wish.
Burning the world in which you live in, burning your home, is not safe. It means that you go up in flames with it.
You just outrun the flames.
So, Del, you were investigating, right?
Yeah, what happens when I type his name in?
So yeah, as you type in Andresj Amit, I'm going to say it probably takes you a couple times trying to get the spelling correctly there. But you finally see a file pop up. It's not a very thick file. As you double click on the screen as the file pops up, a file similar to yours.
He gets 2 clues. He gets to just ask me 2 questions, and I have to, I don't get to try and make them fuzzy or whatever. They're just full answers.
So yeah, as the file pops up, you have a grainy photo of Andresj from some street camera. You recognize, Del, that it would be Andresj, but anybody that doesn't know him personally probably couldn't make this out to be an individual, let alone know who it is. Give me 1 second.
Uh-oh. Let's take a second ourselves as well, because I need to use the restroom. And I know this is kind of a cliffhanger to stop on, but...
Cats are being assholes.
Oh. I wasn't sure if you were stop it to the cats, or...
I just stood up and they ran.
But here, see, we're going to take a quick little break right here,
gotcha.
5 minutes for us, the usual 5 seconds for y'all watching/listening. So we'll be right back.
All right, Del. So the file pops up. You get a blurry photo of what you know is Andresj, but most people wouldn't be able. People definitely don't know that this file is according to who. Height ? Weight ? Organizations underground ? But his file is fairly barren. The only association they have listed out is Detective Spencer Cooper and Cornelius Averdelius III.
And is there anything else in this?
There would probably be Pierce Snyder as well.
Oh, that's a valid point, yes.
Well, and I think what we should do is the 2 questions that Del asks, that Boser asks, those can be the 2 things that are also found in this.
I like that idea.
Okay.
All right, Boser. Ball's in your court. What 2 questions that can't be lied about will you be asking Andresj?
I want an address.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because in that moment, Del recognizes that he's never asked you where you live.
Yeah.
But you've also never mentioned it or told about it, and somehow attention's never been brought back to your place. So where the hell do you come from?
Yeah.
The only thing that I have to dictate for your address is the number 42 has to be incorporated in your numerical value because you live on the 42nd floor.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, we'll say 4298 South Neon Pillar. Or Yellow Tower, or whatever it was.
Let's say it's 4298 South Yellow.
I'm like doing the map in my head. Yo, straight. That's back in the neon pillars. Shit, that's right in this dead center of it. Okay. Criminal history.
He's hitting you with all the fucking character facts.
For Andresj, there would absolutely be the time in college that I went into the college's servers and changed the grades of someone I didn't like to be failing grades. Part of the investigation, but not held as like a person of interest necessarily. Not a suspect, but a person of interest for information on the burning of the what was it called?
The dojo?
Yeah. The Rising Horizons dojo.
Have you ever mentioned the dojo to me before?
I don't think so, no. There was discussion of my training, but not specifically of the dojo.
And how long ago did that dojo burn down?
Couple of years, probably like 6 years or so. It was, no, probably even longer than that, because it was right after the mist hit. Like within a year after the mist hit.
Oh, okay.
So 7-ish years ago.
So even if it was in the news, I probably wouldn't have caught it based on what was happening where it was.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big event either. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It would have just been like a passing story one day on the news. And then as far as other criminal stuff goes, okay, not that it's, a surprise to you, but there are connections to the criminal known as the broker. Just a criminal, it would basically just notify you that I do work for them at least. But I don't think, other than Pierce Snyder, who knows but wouldn't necessarily at this point have the proof to bring the broker to justice. Otherwise, I feel like he probably would have. But yeah, I think there's just it's known that Andresj works for the broker or has communication with them.
Okay. And while I'm reading through that, Dell kind of has a little pit in the bottom of his stomach because he just feels like he just betrayed some trust.
2 + 2 = goldfish.
Is that important?
I don't know.
Should I write that down? And I kind of mutters to himself, "I'm sorry, Andresj. I just had to check while I was in here. You're a good guy." And I just exit out quickly. Trying to think of anything else that I would quickly search if I was in here. No, but I'm feeling too guilt-ridden. I'm just gonna back up and use my watch and get back to the base. And I'm just like kind of pacing around the room and just like repainting that picture of 3 and just remembering how he shifted his whole demeanor and like really not knowing what to do as far as like a contingency plan if that were to happen again, or who to even go to about it. I wish Spencer were here. I'm just gonna send Andresj a text. "You good?"
Pretty immediately, you'd get a response back. I don't think so.
What can I do?
Nothing.
And I shoot him a text. Let me know how you're doing a little bit later. I'm gonna check in. But I think I'm gonna go rustle up some dirt on the mammoths of what I can.
Okay, what's your plan with kicking up some dirt?
First of all, can you tell me what happens when I get full attention on a story or a character tag?
That means you get to upgrade the tag. That'll be something we want to do post.
Off? Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of upgrades do I get to?
That's something we'll have to dig through the book, and you'll get to add another upgrade. Story tag.
Story tag.
Yeah, for a bonus for you.
Cool. So I'm just saying it out loud on stream so that anybody interested in playing City of Mist can know what happens. Moments of evolution.
Which
that was on ongoing search.
Which theme book was that? Is it a
Mission.
Logos or a Mythos?
Logos.
And what is the basis of the Logos? Like, what is that Logos thing?
Mission. Yeah.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. So on mission, where does it say? Mission theme improvements. During the game, whenever you improve a improvement on this theme, you can choose one of the following. You can become gung-ho, follow me, can't be too greedy, when hell freezes over, or getting good at this are your options for your upgrade improvement themes.
Okay. I'll take a look at those later, but just wanted to give a little peek behind the curtain.
Yep.
Real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at help and hurt and everything, and just realized that you can have both help and hurt. So Del, you'd still probably have that +3 help, but then have a +1 hurt with that relationship with Andresj, rather than just going down to a 2
Okay.
or to a 2 help.
So do they like cancel each other
that,
out?
Actually.
Or not
I
3,
think it would
but
just
sorry,
be
2.
stipulational ships.
So if it was a positive, it could help, but if it was a negative situation, it would add to the hurt. Okay.
So yeah, you'd be at 2 and 1 rather than just +1.
I'm gonna go outside. I was gonna say hop on my bike, but that bike is roasted.
You're not.
And I, like, out of habit, I run outside and then I remember Sheila. So I start hoofing it, and I'm gonna head towards the foundry.
Okay. So you're just walking to the foundry, which is just a couple blocks away.
Yep.
Yeah. So doesn't take you long, and it's getting fairly late at this point. So as you're coming up to the foundry warehouse, you see the corner street lights, and because you know where to look, you see a couple of the guys are currently in their hidden posts, protecting the outskirts of the foundry.
And I just look directly at where they are, even though I can barely see them, and I just give them a little nod. And I head towards the back door.
Okay. What's the password?
Shaving a haircut, 2 bits. How you doing, Henry?
As the door creaks open.
You feeling all right?
No.
Tell me about it. How's things been going for you? And I step inside and shut the door.
How do you get over killing someone?
Day by day. And you talk about it. You don't keep that shit inside.
I don't think there's anybody here that can relate.
And I kneel down. There is now.
Thanks, Del. As he smacks you on the cheek and then turns and walks away.
You know where to find me, Henry.
Nobody knows where to find you, Del.
What? Nobody knows where to find you. I thought you said no, but he knows where to find you, Del. Like, huh? Yes, you did. I got a store with my name on it.
You're
It's
never
3 blocks
there,
away.
as he just kind of waves back at you.
That's true. We're getting a coffee. You like coffee?
What? No. Papa Bo's looking for you, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm looking for him.
He's in his
And
office.
I walk through and I'm like scratching some of the boys on the head, and I'm seeing some getting all tucked in, checking in. I know more than just Henry, but I don't want to have to name all these NPCs or have you do it either. I'm just like kind of putting up the.
You do
blanket,
see a
tucking
familiar
in
face
there.
tucked into the corner, though.
Hey, you took my advice, huh?
What? No, as he walks off.
And I go to one of the older boys and I say, hey, that new kid, Edgar, he's good people. You watch out for him.
Yeah, I know. He already fixed the lighting outside.
He's great.
He said he was going to put a camera in Papa Bo's office to keep him safe, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see what kind of shit goes on in there.
I'll let you have that conversation with him.
All right. And so I head to the middle of this big open warehouse, and I head up the stairs to where the foreman's office would be.
Oh God,
And-
what the fuck was Papa Bo's fucking NPC?
I think he kind of had a vaguely southern drawl.
Yeah, that was because I was accidentally imitating you.
Oh yeah, you got stuck in mine.
Yep. I don't have one listed out with him, but that's okay. You see him kick back in his chair, hat tipped down over his eyes, as he's sleeping at his desk.
And I kind of knock on the door frame.
What? Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. What?
Working hard or hardly working?
Yes. What? Son of a bitch. Dell, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. As he
Hold on.
starts searching for papers.
How are you?
What day is it?
Wednesday. And I kind of scan the office. Do I see any signs of alcohol?
Nope.
You still running clean?
That new boy, Elias,
Edgar.
Elijah,
Edgar.
yeah. Where'd you find him?
Really, he found me. He stopped at my shop one day and asked if he could do anything, and I started him off on some project, but he turned out he's real good.
That boy's savvy. He wants to put a camera in here.
Yeah, Tony downstairs mentioned that. Why?
To keep me safe. Did you tell him to look out for me?
No, I told him that y'all would look out for him.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, you. Fuck. What was I going to talk to you about?
And I just kind of start like cleaning up the office a little bit.
Stop. No, I know where everything is.
I'm not putting anything away. I'm just kind of organizing the clutter a little bit.
Oh, new players. What were they calling themselves? The victim? No, that doesn't make sense.
New players? What are you talking about, new players?
Yeah. Have you not heard yet?
Nah.
There's some kids, some of our boys actually. They're now our gang neighbors. Is that a thing? The Voice. That's it.
The Void? What are you talking? Some of our boys started a new gang? Like that's what this city needs?
yes.
Is more gangs on the scene?
I don't. They kind of took over the District 1. They took over for. Who the fuck did they take over for? Took over the Daywalker territory.
Oh. Yeah, I was expecting somebody to move in, but I didn't think it'd be somebody new.
I mean, less new, more old, kind of. I don't know how to tell you this. There's two individuals that you need to know are over there.
Okay, gonna take a seat in front of his desk.
Alex, the kid that came in when you did. He's kind of there.
Alexander?
Yeah. He's kind of running the show.
That's good news, bad news.
Yeah, and I got more good news, bad news.
Keep it coming.
Your man's is been seen with them.
Medarius?
Yeah.
Wait, did you see him?
I didn't. One of the boys reported that they saw him.
Where? District 1?
Yeah.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to think anything was going on there, so I didn't know if that was good for you.
Wait, is there something going on there?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Did they see him having a coffee or something? Did they?
No.
They're holding hands. They look like they.
You're asking. I don't know.
All right.
Good news.
Thank you.
Darius is there. Bad news. Darius is there, not here.
Have you talked to him at all?
I reached out a few times, and he's just not interested in talking with me.
I ran into him.
When?
God. Forgot to mention it last time I saw you, actually. It's maybe a month ago or so.
Is he okay?
I guess. We didn't really have a chance to catch up fully. I was actually pretty pissed. He acted all cavalier, like he left to protect me, or he's been watching over me. He's been watching over y'all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As if disappearing off the face of the fucking planet was a favor.
You're not much better about it.
What you talking about?
You disappear for weeks on end.
You know where to find me, though. I come here, I say hi, I'm at my shop. If I'm not at my shop, yeah, I'm out doing stuff.
Exactly, and how often are you out of the shop? The way Edgar makes it sound is he's running the show now.
He's not running the show. Don't let him change that name on that store. He could do it, too.
You want something to drink, by the way?
Yeah, you got any water?
Yeah. As he starts moving boxes of things around, as you see empty bottles of liquor kind of pour around. No, they're old.
Well, then I'm just going to take them with me.
Where is it? As he digs into a pocket and pulls out a 1-month chip.
I look at it, I inspect it. Where'd you find
this?
this?
You asshole. I've been going on 63rd.
You know what, Papa Bo? I'm real proud of you.
I'm scared for these boys, Del.
Scared about what?
These streets are getting real fucking reckless.
They really are. You see that riot? Down in Ruby territory?
Yeah, I saw you on the news.
You saw me on the news?
That hairline sticks out no matter how far away.
Is that a jab at me personally?
No.
It's got an undercut. His hairline's to the neck. Well, how'd I look?
It looked like you're in some shit.
Never been on the news before.
The problem is the boys are also thinking it's okay for them to get into the shit.
Well, you know how these kids work.
Henry's killed a man. He's 13.
I know. You got to talk to him about that. He needs somebody to talk to. He thinks nobody understands, and I know for a fact you understand.
We don't talk about that.
That's the fucking problem, isn't it? You got to set the example for that boy.
This boy, that boy, all the boys. I'm one man, Del.
Saying I'm not around enough? Is that what you're getting at?
I mean, it'd be helpful, but I mean, fuck. Even if you could get Darius back, that would be.
Yeah, I think we both want that.
I don't know where I went wrong with him.
He just got scared, I think. Never came back.
I think I'm gonna give up the turf.
Excuse me?
I don't have enough influence to protect these boys. I think Alex can keep them safer than I can.
Alex is not here.
Because he's respecting that we need to have a conversation first.
Who? Me and you, we, or you and him, we?
No, you and I. You know I don't make decisions without you.
So you've already talked about him running this place, taking over.
No, he stopped by and offered protection.
What kind of protection he got? What is this, like a ragtag? What do they got?
Muscle. They've got kids with years of pent-up anger and frustration that they're ready to take down the system with.
I mean, you know, Alex, he had a good head on his shoulders, but boy, that man led with his rage.
Del, I'm running an orphanage here, man. I've got these boys fucking racking up rap sheets longer than the floor we have available for them to live. I'm not giving them the life that they deserve.
All due respect, Foundry never promised to give a life they deserve. Just promised to get them through and give them a family.
Yeah, and then they're out on their own, no real life skills, nowhere to turn to, no leg to stand on. How are they supposed to survive in this shit when I can barely give them the bare minimum? I never got to do you first round of boys properly, and I'm prepared. Look at you, Del. You're beat to shit most days. Darius is missing. Alex is running a fucking game now. Like, how you gonna sit here and tell me I gave any of you boys a good life?
You did your best, Papa.
The numbers are growing and I can't keep up.
Do you trust the voice?
I don't know why I wouldn't. I've seen most of them boys grow up. Darius is now running with them. I'm not saying the Foundry changes, but
I mean, it wouldn't be bad, I guess, to have a couple extra eyes.
I'm getting old, Del. I can't. I'm not. I'll defend these boys until my last breath, but I'm not in the fighting shape I once was.
I just don't want to feed this whole. We can't fix the problem by adding to the problem, you know? Like, we got gangs all over the city, making a new one to take down the entire structure. That's not how it's going to work.
We are a gang already, Del.
We aren't a gang, we're a family.
The city of Pandora disagrees.
Well, fuck them. They're not here.
Doesn't matter if they're here or not. Their
what happens inside these walls
what dictates our viewership.
We're just scraping by. We're trying to make ends meet. We're not out there trying to gain control or control the political media. That's not what we do.
And that's not what I'm trying to do. I am trying to help these boys become the best individuals they can be.
Well, let me think on it.
That's
I
all
want
I'm
to talk to
asking.
Alex. I want to talk to Darius.
He won't return my calls.
He sure as hell better return mine.
I've always had better luck with him than I have.
God, you drop a bomb on me, Papa.
Well, if you stopped by more often, it wouldn't be so much information all at once.
I hear
now,
you.
would it?
I hear you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never meant to get so caught up in my own shit that I made anybody here feel like...
Oh, no, this isn't your responsibility. I opened this shit.
It is.
My can of worms.
It is. It's all our responsibility.
This city is a mess, and I don't know. I'm drowning, Del. I had a meeting with all of the heavy hitters, and I don't know why I was in the room, Del. Every one of them could have killed me in an instant. And what am I going to do? Draw on them? This ain't the Wild West.
It sure fucking is. Have you seen this news?
I mean, yeah, but I pull a 9, they pull what? A firebolt? They pull the Hulk, they pull fucking Godzilla. What the fuck am I supposed to do against that?
Because we're not a gang. It's nice that you had a seat at the table, so at least you can keep your ear to the ground, which is what brought me here in the first place. What do you know about the mammoths?
That's who? John? No, that's not Johnny. Johnny's running skeletons. Who's the mammoth? Oh, that's that fucking bitch, Sarah. Oh, she... Yeah... That's a fucking... Pardon my language. That's a greedy bitch right there.
And I realize that I might be talking out both sides of my mouth right now, but... The genie's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And me and a couple friends of mine are working on it the right way, through the law, through any means necessary. But I'm trying to keep us above board for the most part. But in order to have enough to come against the genie, we're trying to...
Is that the problem? Are we
We're
trying
kinda
to
allied.
play with the system?
It's like, you're fucked if you do, you're fucked if you don't.
Papa Bo walks out from your conversation and makes his way towards the overhang into the warehouse. Boys, just quick show of hands. Do you prefer to be above the law or with the law? And you see some murmurs as they
How
kind
do you
of...
show a hand?
You hear some murmurs amongst them all. Fuck the system. Yeah, this shit don't work, Papa. Maybe we stop playing the game.
Hey, shut up! Go back to bed. I pull him inside. Is that your solution? Incite violence?
No.
Is,
Utilizing
the system,
their
but-
abilities in a way that they can feel like they're making a difference in this godforsaken city. Maybe it's time we fight back.
Take a breath.
I am breathing, Del. I'm as sober as I've ever been.
Who called that meeting anyway?
I think I got a text from somebody. Oh, hold on. As he starts searching through his desk drawer for an active phone, flips one up, it's dead, tosses it to the side. Picks up another one, dead, tosses it to the side. Can you call me real quick?
Yeah.
And you hear a ringing underneath the sofa cushion in his office.
I'll reach out and like fish it out.
Yeah. That's it. He starts clicking onto the phone. Oh, it's that fucking know-it-all broker.
Broker?
Yeah, the one who... Fuck, nobody knows who this guy is, but...
What do he look like?
That's... Well, he had a mask, but he also... He didn't shapeshift. But, like, he... disguised himself? It was almost like he took the dirt from the ground and became someone else.
Like sand?
Yeah. What's that look, Del? You know when you start thinking, you usually get hurt.
You couldn't see his face?
No, he kept it hidden.
Is he... But he is a guy?
Maybe? I don't know. But he's... I think kind of running the city at this point, Del. You got to understand how much juice it takes to pull every leader and to keep them relatively in line in the same location.
Was it like little floaty bits of sand?
There was kind of a fight that took out. There was a lot going on. I don't know.
Did he get involved?
No. He kind of just told everyone to chill, and they did. Not a very big fella. Average height, kind of scrawny, but yeah. He's somebody to be aware of, Del. Gotta be careful with that one.
Will do. Sarah.
Yeah, she and her husband, Dilraj.
Dildo?
He runs the fangs, the jade fangs. They've been real pushy on trying to take some turf.
So the Jade Fangs and the Mammoths are super connected?
Well, I mean, they're kind of married, so I don't know why they could still go by different gang names, but they're basically the same gang.
And, do you have anything that... you ever hear anything about what they're involved in that could be beneficial?
Beneficial? Nothing. They're both... They're not like us, Del. They run game, whether it be individuals, organs, smack. It's whatever lines their pockets is what they're involved in. There's no beneficial with them.
But beneficial to us.
That's
to take them out.
There's two people I trust in the game right now, Del. That's Johnny, and as much as he's a hothead, that's Alex.
So you trust Johnny too?
There's something about him. You remember that night that I got jumped?
Yeah, you were in rough shape when you got back.
I didn't fight back myself.
You saying Johnny stepped in?
I can't say it was Johnny per se, but this local hero definitely carried himself in the same way that Johnny does. I could be wrong. I'm getting old, and that's fine, but 2 + 2 sometimes does equal fish.
Are you having a stroke? Is that important? Should I write that down?
No, I mean, like, sometimes, like, 2 + 2 = 4, but, like, if you flip the 2, it makes a fish, so it doesn't make sense, but it still fits.
it. Drawing it right now.
So flip the two, and then if you stack it on top of each other, they make a fish.
Wow, are you an evangelical Christian? Because that's what it looks like. So you ain't got nothing I can use to, I don't know, put the cops on their tail or...
Oh no, they're aware. You think the PPD has not been trying to take these guys down?
Yeah, I know.
They're connected. Their pockets run deep. You have enough alliances. You do whatever the fuck you want in this city. It's not even money no more. These abilities that are running rampant, I'm not opposed to them. I'm terrified of them.
You never know what you're walking past on the street.
Exactly.
Somebody could be nuclear on the subway.
And one moment it's calm, and the next moment it's Armageddon.
And I look down at my bandage.
Until
or the disguised bandage.
I think we're dancing on that line right now.
End of days?
Yeah. I think we're standing on a powder keg and we're just waiting for that spark.
Some days it feels like I'm sleeping next to it.
Ain't that the truth? Seems like a real shit time to quit drinking, you know?
Stay the course. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I got some shit to do and I know you gotta go do your own thing.
I'll be back around.
Yeah,
sooner than later.
Yeah. Get a hold of Darius.
I sure fucking will. Get over here. Give me a hug.
Yeah. And he walks over and gives you a hug.
You smell clean.
You smell... Why do you smell like wet carpet?
Why do I smell like wet carpet?
Because the inn operates in the yellow rooms.
Because the what?
The inn operates in the yellow rooms, which are notorious for having wet carpet.
Oh, is that with the guys in like the red jumpsuits and stuff?
No, the yellow rooms is
jumpsuits?
an SCP Foundation based thing where if you get lost in the yellow rooms, much like Dell did previously, you get trapped there for eternity. That's where the inn exists inside of.
Fun. Yeah, I'll go take another shower, I guess.
I mean, it's not bad, but like, you know when you let Shaggy outside and it's pouring rain and he comes in and fucking shakes everywhere? It's like that.
Yeah.
Is Shaggy a kid or a dog?
Yes.
I head back towards the door and just like stay the course.
Yeah, go fucking be productive.
And I...
Oh, go fucking tell Henry to get in here.
That's right.
Man, shut up, Dell. Get out of my office. As he throws a mug at you.
So I head out and keep my eyes peeled for Henry. And I find him in the corner talking to some other boys, just like kind of probably silently removed a little bit, like present with the boys, but not really engaging in the conversation. And I just come next to him and kneel down, bump with my shoulder.
What?
You know, whether I'm here at my shop, if you can't find me, I want you to call me anytime. I will always answer.
I don't think iPhones connect to flip phones, Dell.
Yes, they do. It's a phone. I don't know how many kids I gotta tell. It's a phone. It works.
I don't think so.
It's not a touch screen. That's fine. It works.
Does it?
I get calls on this all the time. Yeah. Try it right now. Give me a call.
You probably still use one of those things where it like spins real quick, but if you fuck up, you gotta like restart the whole thing.
It's called a rotary phone.
You're a rotary phone.
They also work.
Dell.
Yeah, thank you.
let me get, your office and warehouse still has the fucking lines, don't they?
Well, yeah, for a landline. But I got a cell phone too. It's progress.
How do you watch Netflix?
Watch what?
Yeah. God damn it, Del. What? Nothing, Del. Yeah.
I got rabbit ears.
I'll call you if I. What the? You killed a rabbit for? What?
No, God.
You just took his ears?
No, they're antenna. It's an antenna.
The fuck's an antenna?
Hey, Papa Bo wants you to go see him.
Oh God, what'd you do now?
Nothing. It'd be good for both of you.
Fine.
I'll be back sooner than later. I promise.
Yeah, okay, Del.
I know. Actions speak louder. I'll prove it.
Alright, he walks off towards.
Now I head out and head back. And I'm not heading back to the shop. I'm just going to kind of do some walking and process what the hell. All Darius, Broker, Alex, voice. I just need a minute.
Yeah, that's probably best. Andresj, what are you doing?
Stumbling the streets, trying to make my way back home.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, face
Bloodied,
fast, and I'm homebound.
beaten, confused, dirty.
Knowing Andresj has been searched, what's he thinking right now?
I would probably try and, because time's a weird soup right now.
Correct.
And I just got the notification. And probably got a text from Dell not long after. I'm going to try and reverse search and see
Star 69, that Google search.
Right, exactly. See if I can figure out where that where that search was accessed from.
Yeah, so I don't think it would take I'm not a computer tech savvy individual. I feel like in my head when tech guys like place bugs,
I'm gonna argue against you in spite of my best interest here for the sake of the story. I don't have a story tag for anything like that.
Fair enough. Well, fuck you then. Yeah, you don't know where it came from then.
Even with Netrunner access?
I've got the power tag, but I don't have any kind of story tag that would set up Juice for me to like have an automatic thing.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. All right. So you're walking and trying to do this all at the same time?
Mm-hmm. I'm sticking to the alleyways and everything to try and keep myself away from
Go
more
ahead
people.
and roll face danger for me again.
Face danger.
Another
what
internal.
Is this? Okay.
3 is absolutely going to capitalize on the fact that you're distracted by something.
Do I need to mark Fade Crack for my mythos with all this going on? Fighting against 3, like actively fighting against him?
No, I don't think so.
Even though I specifically am blocking his investigation into...
Yeah,
Dell
but he's aware of your discrepancy, so he knows. Yeah, no, I don't think 3 would be upset, because he understands what he's trying to do versus what you're trying to do.
3 may not be upset, but Andresj certainly is.
Yeah, but Andresj being upset doesn't make a difference to 3.
Okay. But for defending against 3... Man. Could I... No, I don't think I've got anything. Unless I could argue... With us coming to a close on this session pretty soon here, I'm going to say that this is for an ongoing thing. Of us going back and forth as I've been walking through the city for a little bit right now. I want to try and use Stop Holding Back to use weaponized info in a different way than I've used it before.
Okay.
I want to try and use this as a way to like set up weaponized info as a mind palace kind of thing.
Okay.
And so weaponized info has usually been to organize information for myself to use against other people. And this time I'm trying to use that same mental organization to set up barriers between me and 3.
I like that.
So new and never before seen way or scale. Told you what I'm trying to achieve. And so you gotta tell me the sacrifice it will take from me.
I will say that will burn, or that will fade crack with 3.
Okay. I'm fine with that. So I get to roll plus logos, which makes sense because fade crack is a thing or fading is a thing on mythos when I choose my everyday life over my mythos. So I'm perfectly fine with that. That makes complete sense. So plus logos is total of plus 3. Okay, that's still an 8 plus the 3 for a total of 11.
Okay.
Do I still, for this, I think I still have to use the bloodied thing, though.
Yeah, so that would put you
I'm
down
still
to 8.
beaten to shit, but still down to 8, so...
Yep. So with an 8...
is this going to be... Oh, okay, so this is what it would have to... It's not the full sacrifice. Okay, sorry. Mechanics versus us just talking. Before I roll, you don't tell me the specific consequence or sacrifice. You just tell me whether it's going to be significant, no return, or ultimate.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this is going to be significant because I just thought of
significant is the lowest of them.
Yep. But yeah, I thought of something else that will be ongoing here. So yes, this
you don't think this will? You don't think this is going to be any bigger than just significant? Because again, significant is the least of them. No return is middle of the road. Ultimate is like big.
No, because no return is implying a lot more than what this is. This will be setting up complications for you and 3.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
So yes, this will be significant, and you will be, we'll cross that bridge because I want to surprise you with that one.
Cool. No, that tracks then. So significant. I do what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
But I mark fade crack on moat manipulation, and I burn all the power tags in it.
Yep. So our final scene here is going to be you and your subconscious you versus 3 standing in just this black, empty place inside of your mind. As you see Andresj begin to concentrate in depth as the floor around you begins to rattle as a large white fence goes shooting up in between the two of you. As we do a top-down view showing the different sides now existing between Andresj and 3. But on Andresj's side, there is an obscured view of another separation between Andresj and the broker. As 3 steps forward and leans behind the bars. This level of imprisonment won't protect you for long. You are being torn in more ways than you will ever know how to balance. But don't worry. We'll continue this later on. And that's where we'll fade out for this week's session.
Whew!
Time to geek out during the credits.
Oh, man.
So much. So much.
And we started off with dick jokes.
Usually. And you know what? We're gonna end with them too.
Nice. Good lord, that was rough.
Oh my god. Like, I keep trying to center myself by thinking, okay, if it was me, if I was me, Boser, was in this position, what kind of decisions would I make? What would I do? And I come up short. I'm like, I have no clue. Because I keep struggling with what Del would do. Like, you just got taken over. You almost went Avatar, almost. Like, you got a glimpse of Avatar State. Darius is at a place I know. You're probably the broker. I don't even know where to start with all of this. I struggled to tell Bo that I probably know you. But I bit my tongue. And I don't know why. I followed my gut, and my gut said, bite your tongue, don't tell Papa Bo.
I love when I get these reactions.
So, as
Fuels my
the
fire.
as the resident rules lawyer, Dell, which geek out during credits question are you answering? Because we've got how has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session?
3.
Or which of your themes is under the most strain?
The crew right now in my mind is very strained. Because Spencer's not well. It's just me and you. I thought we were really tight, but now there's just all these red flags. With your mythos and then with this new information. And I'm like, how do we move forward? I don't know what to brush aside, what to drudge up. So yeah, my crew is in shambles in my mind.
So, that would be if it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? And you don't need to. I don't know if you have to fully answer that one for us, but it is something that you need to write down on the flip side of that themes card for yourself.
I just had a really shitty idea.
I don't like that. Wait, on the back of the...
So all the
character
theme
card?
cards, yeah, all of the theme cards, the back side of them has flip side and improvements, and so just under flip side
Of the crew?
yeah, just if it
I
collapses,
don't really
what
have a crew. I have to make one. I get you.
For me, I also will go with which of my themes is under the most strain, because that's obviously moat manipulation. That is the theme with 3, my mythos. Because this is just... I mean, I don't really need to explain it, because all of the interactions with Andresj this session were about how that's strained and what's going on with it. And so if it collapses, I'm not sure if new aspect is technically a mechanical thing or what, but I think if this theme collapses, Andresj is going to go full sleeper, because they can't trust mythos, any of these mythi to not mythoi. But Andresj has not been able to trust mythoi, and this is just going to cement that. So it's probably going to be a logos of some sort, and Andresj will go full sleeper.
Dun dun dun.
We'll go full broker.
Maybe.
And just focus on trying to take over the city then. Maybe even helping.
I keep thinking that if you become a sleeper, like, your game's done, but it's totally not. At all. Especially for you.
There are rules for playing a sleeper, but at that point I might also just hand over control of Andresj to T and have Andresj be an NPC and me come in with another character.
Which, don't get me wrong, I kind of want to happen because I have ideas for cool things that could happen, and please don't make that impact any story-based decisions there, obviously. But the cool thing with this type of gameplay, as compared to D&D, where losing a character and that leveling aspect can be catastrophic. But Apocalypse World kind of is more intended for you to lose characters and play something else in the same campaign, without it being that same level of disruption that could occur, because obviously it's going to bring in new elements that would not have opened previously without that character change taking place.
So I should just always have a backup character. And honestly, the more we play, the more I'm like, damn, I wish I should have picked this mythos, or oh, that would be a super cool mythos to play. So, kill Del. No, I'm just kidding. Don't kill Del.
Oh no, a meteor! But yeah, we'll be back on Monday with another Geek Out session. Maybe.
I think. Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
But if we're not doing something Monday, I'll be here Wednesday doing something. What? I don't know. Whatever the dopamine tells me.
We really sell ourselves so well here.
We really do. Mondays, there's a 90% chance there's a Geek Out session. And if there's not, and we told you there's something going to be that day, I will make something happen that day. Wednesday is inconsistently consistent, and that's what I strive for. And then Thursdays, we have 2 more episodes of City of Mist. We will be taking off the last 2 weeks of December for holidays and families and all that fun stuff, but we will be recording on Saturday still to kind of keep up on our backlog. How long will this campaign be going on? I don't know, because it's at a trajectory where this could be a shorter campaign, but it also has a trajectory. We have a lot of unpulled strings.
So many.
That could make this another year campaign. I don't know.
You keep adding more strings.
Nonetheless, Jeff Sitz and I will be bullying Boser because he is running the next campaign. What's that going to be? I don't know yet. But playing with Jeff Sitz and making Boser's life a living hell, oh, that's going to be so good.
I need you guys to
just go through the fucking door. No, we'll not be doing that.
TTRPG we should play next.
But until next time, I'm T.
I'm Boser.
And I'm Jeff Sitz.
And you guys just keep geeking out.
Geeking out.
Bye.
Take care, y'all.